Who's she? Who is she? Look at her. Look at her trying to grab his nuts. Look at her.
Okay, so the NFL draft was last week, and whilst players were eagerly anticipating a phone call from a future team that they'd play for, they were going viral for different reasons other than American football. Now, from the title, you may have guessed it by now, but the reason was interracial dating. Whilst most players were waiting for that phone call, people were noticing that with black NFL players, there seems to be a pattern that keeps reoccurring, and that's whilst they're waiting for the team to call them on the couch, there seems to be a white woman almost all the time. Firstly, we're going to see one of the clips posted by Dr. Umar Johnson that triggered off a response by a guy on TikTok. So let's get straight into it.
Who's she? Who is she? Look at her. Look at her trying to grab his nuts. Look at her.
I was laughing because his mum gave the woman no chance to get involved. She was just hugging up on her son and she was like, ain't no one gonna take this from me. But anyway, let's check the response now from the guy on TikTok.
Why are all these black college athletes that are getting drafted having white women? What's going on? I am going to tell you, as someone that is friends with a lot of D1 football players and D1 basketball players, I'm going to tell you because they have told me. Whoa. Before I get into this, I want to make it clear I'm only into black women. I'm just telling you what they have told me. My man said, bro, how many white women have you seen do the MELTDOwn challenge? And he said, excluding the ones that think they're 2 shades away from being white. I said, probably only one. He said, okay. No, 5 of my guys that play on Division I Power 5 football teams, and they were like, goody, you know the type of NIL deals we got. One of my men said, bro, I was messing with this black girl. She heard about the deal I got and started to request money, Apple Pays and Cash Apps, for her hair and nails. I said, oh shit. My other friends were saying, bro, I would try to take her out to Chipotle, Kava, this and that. She would get mad talking about why are we going to steakhouses? You're good for it. I said, oh shit. They were like, bro, the white women, they're down to go and get a cup of coffee, go and get some fucking ice cream. My friends were like, bro, the white women we're dating, they pay for a lot of our stuff. I said, what do you mean? They said, bro, they know that we're making some money. But while we're at practice or we're at camp, they got us our favorite Kava bowl, double chicken, right? Waiting for them to come out of practice. My friends are telling me these girls are getting their group projects done, getting their essays done, online tests done on time. I said, wait, what? I said, bro, what about maintenance? There's no way y'all not paying for her hair, nails, bags, her lifestyle. He said, bro, first of all, my girl will get her own Starbucks and even get me one. But if I want to be nice, I'll get her something, from Starbucks. And they were like, hair and nails. They don't even care about the nails, really. And if they do it themselves. Sometimes I pitch in. And I was like, all right, what about hair? They were like, she just brushes. We're flat irons and she wants to be special. I said, Jesus Christ, you guys are saving a lot of money. One of my man said this. He just got drafted. He said, bro, I was dating a black girl. Now I'm dating a white girl. I'm about to marry her. He said, the difference between the black girl and the white girl, the biggest difference is the white girl knows when to shut the fuck up. I said, God, listen, this is what they told me. Do with the information as you please. If it takes me 10 to 15 years to find a black woman that's compatible with me, that's what I'm going to do. But this is what they told me, so stop being surprised.
Now, what sprung up to my mind was a video that Kevin Samuels done and he conducted with a black woman a few years back when he was still alive. May his soul rest in peace. So I want to show this to you and I'm going to give my analysis. Just very quickly before I do, this is not to bash black women, by the way. I'm not here bashing black women, but let's look at some statistics and let's talk about why this is a thing. And let's give our analysis on it, an honest and truthful analysis, not to be bashing everyone, but let's just be honest with the facts and proceed from there.
I'm 57.
57. All right, what do you have for me? What are we talking?
I just want to know why you have such a negative opinion of black women.
You may want to start that way off with me.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Are you single or are you married?
I was married. I am single now.
You're divorced?
I am divorced.
How long have you been divorced?
Since I was 40.
Your children?
I have 4 children, 7 grandchildren.
I'm sorry, it's just the way Kevin Samuels is just so relaxed. Like he's just so super relaxed and he's talking to her like it's like an ownage is just coming. So yeah.
Any sons?
I have 2 sons, 2 daughters.
Are they married, your sons?
My sons are not married.
Mm-hmm. What am
Neither are my daughters.
What am I asking black women to do that your sons would disagree with?
I think my sons kind of look at me and they don't want to be married to black women.
I said, what am I asking black women to do that your sons would disagree with?
I'm not sure.
Your sons look at you and they don't want to be married to black women?
Yes.
Do they love you?
Yes.
Then why don't they want to be married to what looks like you?
I'm a very forceful woman.
Mm-hmm. So what was the initial question you asked me?
Yeah, what about black women don't you like?
Probably the same things your son don't like about you.
That could be true.
Mm-hmm. And I don't hate black women, dislike black women. Black women like yourself just don't like a mirror being held up to you with facts, data, and statistics. Your son holds a mirror. Your sons have determined who their mate choice. Your sons would likely not disagree with anything. And they have not chosen their own reflection based upon the woman that raised them. Why have your sons rejected you?
I don't think that they have.
So as it pertains to interracial relationships, people date for different reasons. Some people, it's a fetish. Other people, it's a cultural thing. Others, it's, they genuinely find love with people outside their race. Some people were raised in an area where people of their race wasn't. So like in America, for example, one guy was saying that he was raised like in the suburbs around a lot of white people. So, he just going to school with a lot of white people, he's studying with a lot of white people, he's playing with a lot of white people. So eventually he just had a white girlfriend. He wasn't thinking anything of it consciously, but the Black American community told him that, what are you doing with a white woman? And why haven't you got yourself a black woman? And he was like, but my whole life was, around white people. It's not an excuse, but this is just how my life has shaped out for me. So he was making that argument and saying that this is how I got myself with, a white woman. I definitely find black women attractive. This is what he was saying, the guy from America. But he was saying that just my surroundings, what I saw every day, I was surrounded by white people probably 24/7. So this is what influenced his dating choices. And I think that's true to a degree because your experiences shape your decisions. So I'm from London, for example, and in South London, there's a heavy Afro-Caribbean population. And I have noticed that when I come encounter with, let's say, Hispanic or white women, they talk to me about their preference, and their preference a lot of times is black, or maybe it can be Hispanic. There's quite a few Hispanics in South London as well. And that's not the case when I used to go out of London up to like Newcastle, for example. Like the more north I was going, the whiter it is, I don't really hear that response. It's just like, hey, I've always, like when you speak to, let's say white women from up north, they'd say, oh, I've just always kind of just seen white men. So that's just what I've gone for, a white man. But if you go to South London, in London, then, I've noticed that a lot of white women tend to say, hey, I like black men. I grew up, in a predominantly black area. So I understand black culture a bit more. I was invited to my black friends' birthdays. I went to school with black people, predominantly black people. So this is just, what I've grown up and seen, just being from South London versus someone being from up north in York or Newcastle, for example, where all they've seen is other white people. So it would just make sense, so just the conditioning and what they see in around them, that kind of shapes their decisions. Men now, unlike 80 years ago or 90 years ago, when it was frowned upon, have a pick of all different kinds of women around the world. So you can date whatever you want to date right now. And people are just gravitating towards what, their preferences or where they're, showing the most respect or getting the most success from. So, this is probably why you see an increase as it pertains to black men and white women. And you see an increase as it pertains to white American men and East Asian women. So this could be a factor. But people will generally go where they're appreciated. This is just how, life works. So wherever they're most successful, they will just go. I've heard this conversation a few times in regards to just flicking through online. And that's, The black men saying when I was in school, black women never gave me a chance. And then I started getting, climbing through the ranks and the upper echelons in society. And now, after some time has passed, they see like all the guys that the black women were chasing were of no good. Now they want to get back with the good guy kind of thing. So I hear this a lot in conversations. I'm not from America, so I can't really speak on it because I can't speak on something that I haven't experienced myself. Okay, like, comment, and subscribe, and give me your opinions, down below of what you think in regards to this topic of interracial dating. So yeah.